What's up? How y'all doing out there? Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy Easy Work Boxing, baby. About to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what time it is. No bias talk, no racism on this channel about the sport of boxing that we love. Got some sad news for the fans of Jake Paul or people who wanted to see this fight coming up. It has been canceled. Somehow, some way, they came out with it overnight. I'm gonna let the people judge. I got my own opinions of it, you know, what's going on in the situation. I'm not behind the scenes like that. I don't know what go on behind the scenes, but I'm gonna let y'all hear Jake's point of view on what's going on in this. I'd like to thank everybody who tunes in to this video. You see the link up in the description. You are welcome to come on if you like. Let's get this video started. Let him explain why this fight was canceled.
Alrighty, folks, emergency press conference. You may have seen the news. Rahman Jr. has pulled out of the fight. This is not a joke. I am devastated. I cannot believe this. We just found out this news. And this is just another case of a professional boxer, just like Tommy Fury, being scared to fight me. It's as clear as day that these guys have been so unprofessional to work with, looking for any excuse to suck more money out of this event, to coerce us into doing things. And from the jump, I knew in the bottom of my heart that this guy didn't want to get into the ring with me. It's as clear as day. Here's what happened, long story short. So he signed a contract to fight me at 200 pounds and was going to cut the weight down to 200 pounds. This is not a big cut for him, right? He's a big guy with a ton of weight to lose. So he sent a video to the commission the first time he weighed in at 216 pounds. The commission wanted to track his weight cut to make sure he was doing it in a healthy way. 3 weeks later, the commission asked him for an update on his weight. He sends a video weighing 215 pounds, meaning in 3 weeks, he only lost 1 pound. So the commission was like, hey, man, you're not cutting the weight properly. We don't want you to lose it all in the last day. We're going to have to change this fight to 205 pounds. My team calls me up. They're like, hey, man, do you want to change they want to change the weight to 205 pounds. That's a big difference. You normally fight at 190 pounds. Do you want to do the fight still? I said, no problem. Let's do it. 205 pounds. He already has a weight advantage, height advantage, reach advantage, all of these things, but whatever. I know I can still beat his ass at 205 pounds. And that was that. We move forward. And then today, out of nowhere, his team calls and says, Hasim's not going lower than 215 pounds. If the fight's not at 215 pounds, then we're pulling out. My manager goes, you guys, you're not in control of this. We already agreed to 5 more pounds. He is a big guy. Losing 10 pounds, everyone knows in the sport of boxing that is an easy weight cut. People do that. UFC champions cut 25 pounds overnight to make weight. A 10-pound weight cut for a heavyweight is nothing. This is clearly an excuse. So they say, okay, the fight's not at 215, we're out.
Well, there it is, y'all. There goes his opinion of what happened in that fight and why it's not happening. Me personally, y'all know I don't too much care about the fight no way. You know, I don't care about Jake Paul. And you know what this also proves, though, and what this shows? This is why they shouldn't be doing this type of boxing, what's going on with it. You see what I'm saying? This is why they need to stop doing these exhibition fights and these YouTube fights, because look what's going on now. Now they got all people all hyped up for this little raggedy fight that they're not going to have. And everybody got their opinions of it, but this is my opinion of it. Me personally, you know, I can go and I can understand what Jake Paul has done. You know, he's trying to get rehydration clause, trying to make the man go down to different weights and all this, and I understand. But really, in my opinion, how I feel about why this fight is not happening, I feel that Rahman Jr. is lazy. No disrespect. I feel he lazy. I feel he come from that umbrella under living good. His father was a former champion. They grew up with money. I think this dude is a spoiled grown man who did not want to make weight. That's the only way I can see it. Everybody's complaining about a contract for him that he signed. He's going around stating that they told him he had to sign a contract in 45 minutes. That right there would have told you don't need to sign that contract. Who brings somebody a contract and tells them you have 45 minutes to sign? You knew they was trying to F you over then. And then you still sign for the fight. Then you still go into agreeing to weight drops. All of a sudden, he said, now listen, if you're going to see Rahman Jr.'s video explaining why the fight was canceled, He said, and this is why I believe what Jake Paul said. I'm not just going by what Jake Paul said. This is why I believe, because I listened to both sides of the story. I seen Rahman Jr. said the commission wasn't complaining about him weighing 215. But what I seen Rahman Jr. and his team is saying they never told Jake Paul anything like that. They're saying that once the commission and they got the call about it going to 205, they gave them, I think, to 11 o'clock that night to sign the deadline. He's saying that he never called Jake Paul and said anything about it. He was going to wait time to decide, and then he was going to let him know whether he was cool with it or not, which he said he was going to be cool with it. I believe he's lying. I believe he's lying. For one, he's already upset behind the fact that he's not getting paid what he want to get paid. Two, and then he feels as if since he's not getting paid what he deserves to get paid, he's going to come in and do whatever he wants anyway. And like he said, the commission was not caring about the fact that he weighed 215. So in his mind, I think Hakeem Rahman was going to try to come in at that weight, but due to the fact that he signed and was under a contract, Jake Paul then was like, no, you're going to come in under this weight or ain't no fight. He wanted to push the issue that he can come in at 215, in my opinion, and that wasn't happening. And so when he got on that phone, his team really did call Jake Paul and them back, or when they called him and told him about the new weight issue, that's when they said they're not changing to no they staying at 215. And that's when Jake Paul and them team told him ain't no fight then. That's what I believe happened. I listened to both sides of the story. I just, if you went through all these situations to get the fight, why is there a big problem about weight? What, like the guy that asked him on the video, they asked Hakeem Rahman Jr., why didn't you just agree to it? I think it's the guy from the Boxing Voice, Nestor. He said, why didn't you just agree to it and then you just take the situation how it is with a fine or whatever after the fight? You see what I'm saying? And that was a good question by Nelson, because that right there would have showed and proved that he didn't care, that he was willing to take the fight in any way he could. But that was Hakeem Rahman's choice not to step in and do this fight. He didn't want to lose the weight. That's all it is. He didn't want to lose the weight, and which he has the choice to do that. You know what I'm saying? He, like he said, they was tracking his weight to see if he was going to come in. You know, they don't want nobody to die under commission rules or allowing this to happen. So that's why they were tracking his weight, to make sure he was losing weight like he was supposed to. He ain't doing his job on his end, the way I'm seeing it. He's not doing his job on his end. So you can't go and dictate a fight that they're offering you. You can't come in and tell these people, in my opinion, oh, I'm going to come in at 215 because the commission ain't really caring about what I come in. No, we're not worried about what the commission got. The commission ain't got nothing to do with it. The commission didn't give you this fight. We did. We gave you this fight. Commission ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. So in my opinion, I'm riding with Jake Paul on it. Now, as far as him talking about people scared to fight him and, you know, this is an excuse, or, you know, people just want to duck him. Now, I'm not riding with that. Now, I'm not saying nobody ducking no Jake Paul. No, I'm not riding with that. But what I'm saying is, I think this is all Hakeem Rahman Jr. fault. I think he just don't want to work out and lose the weight and lose the pounds. He lost what he lost, and he said he wasn't going to lose nothing else. His team, in my opinion, did tell Jake Paul team that they're not coming down anymore, and they told them, well, the fight is off. It don't make sense that these people will call and tell you, you have to 11 o'clock to sign the contract, and then you say 45 minutes or an hour later, they just go up there and say, oh, the fight canceled. That don't make sense. These people invested time and money into making this fight. You see what I'm saying? Just like they did with Fury, and they're doing it with you too. So you think they're just gonna really just throw the fight under the bus like that? No, that was Hakeem Rahman and his team said, hell no, we are not going down past 215. That's all it was, in my opinion. But this right here shows us why y'all shouldn't be doing these rinky-dink fights anyway. This right here, look at what's this don't happen in the UFC. This put a bad taste for boxing, man. This make boxing look real bad right now. Y'all ain't have no business even making no Jake Paul versus no Hakeem Rahman Jr. This right here shows that like Marquez, man, Warren Marquez, former champion, said boxing is not being respected anymore. It's not being respected anymore. And stuff like this happening with Jake Paul fights, business not being handled right. They putting this fight on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view for this. This is a paper. MMA is killing it. It's killing boxing. They killing boxing. I know a lot of people say, well, MMA fighters don't make what boxers make. It don't matter. The fans get what they want with MMA, y'all. They get what they want. I'm not saying I want to see somebody go out there and risk their life and make less of money at all. But look what we have to deal with in the sport of boxing. We got a rinky-dink YouTube fighter going around here, fake challenging real boxers, making them come in with rehydration clauses, making them come down and wait. You know what I'm saying? It's wrestling now what's going on with the sport of boxing, man. It's just basic wrestling. I'm happy the fight ain't happening anyway. This should right here show and prove they need to stop all this stupid exhibition matches and all these NFL and football and all these dudes come. They need to stop all of it. That's what they need to do now. Stop all of it. It don't make sense. Jake Paul is whack. They always spar against each other anyway. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As far as I'm saying, this man is ducking him and he's scared of him. No, I can't ride with that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that they MMA. I mean that Hakeem Rahman Jr. is ducking him. I just think that Hakeem Rahman Jr. does not want to lose that weight, and he wanted to stay there, and that's what he told Jake Paul's team. Jake Paul ain't no real fighter. This don't make boxing. This make boxing look real bad. You look at the statement you just wrote and tell me, and you just said it don't make boxing look bad. Look at your statement you just wrote. Man, Jake Paul ain't no real fighter. This don't make boxing. How it don't? You just said Jake Paul ain't no real fighter. So what in the hell is Jake Paul doing in a boxing ring on pay-per-views, getting fights canceled, making fighters come down into smaller weights and stuff to his advantage? That ain't boxing. That ain't nothing of that got nothing to do with no boxing. They need to cut it out, man. It's making the sport look horrible. It's making it look real bad. We got Floyd Mayweather, TBE. Shout out to Floyd. He going fighting ninjas on top of helicopter pads in Dubai. I mean, come on, man. This stuff outshining the real fighters, man. This stuff is outshining the real deal fighters out there training every day, trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting no spotlight because you got Jake Pauls running around here. You know what I'm saying? They got Jake Pauls running around. Get the hell out of here. What about the fighters that's really in the gym, been in there since kids? Why don't you go put a camera in their face? Why don't you go put a camera in their face? The young men and stuff that's out there risking time out their life, working jobs to be a professional fighter. What about them dudes? Instead, we talking about a YouTuber who making money, going on here trying to put on fake fights. Fake fights. And when he get a real one, he trying to make you lose all kind of pounds and all this. Mauricio was going to give Paul a title fight if he beat Hakeem. And you see, that's just how sad. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They finna give a YouTuber a title shot. A YouTuber, and this don't make boxing look bad. This don't make boxing look bad. A YouTuber. So if I had enough money like the Paul brothers, y'all possibly seeing me get a title shot, and I ain't never boxed a day before in my life. I ain't got no business getting in the ring with them boys. Now, what's gonna happen when Jake Paul go in there and get his head knocked off or possibly hurt or killed in the ring? What's gonna happen then? But that's you know that can happen too. That's why he want to keep coming here playing and making people lose weight and do all this stuff, because he know this ain't no sport to be played with. But evidently it must be, because he playing in it. That boy gonna get hurt. said Mayweather fought Logan Paul when he lost instead of fighting KS. I don't care whichever one of him. I ain't never even looked at that fight besides the highlight. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? I never knock a man for getting no money, man. But at the end of the day, I ain't fall in love with the sport behind stuff like this. You know, I fell in love with the sport behind technique and you know, the honor these men have for each other and the respect they have for each other and the sacrifices that they make to give us, you know, entertainment, you know, the skill set of fighters, you know, hit and not get hit, the technique. That's why I love the sport of boxing. I don't love the sport of boxing like no wrestling show, man. This is like wrestling, bro. This making boxing look real stupid, man. It wasn't like this when I was coming up. Now they, like I told y'all in one video, they was talking about boxing best dress. Best dress. I don't care what these niggas, I don't care what they got on. I want to see them fight. You got Alvin Alvarez walking around looking like the Tin Man with a platinum fade. What's going on, bro? You got boxers hugging and kissing each other on pictures and sitting close to rappers, kissing rappers on faces, and this ain't the manly sport I once watched as a kid. This ain't the manly sport I once watched as a kid, bro. These dudes acting fugazi out here, man. They acting fugazi. You know what I'm saying? Paul is really the sport with these circus acts and the WBC trying to make it worse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Mauricio Superman, Mauricio Superman is a gangster with a WBC belt council with it. You know what I'm saying? He a hustler who fronting with the WBC corporation or whatever. That nigga, he a street nigga, Mauricio Superman. That's all he is. He got to be. He like the FDA. He don't care about nothing long as he get the bag. That's all Mauricio Superman care about. Mauricio don't care about shit. Mauricio want that money, baby. He don't care where he get it from. He gonna make all type of belts, Gucci belts, platinum belts. This nigga was what the last fight for Canelo, he made some type of horse belt for a Mexican rider or bull rider belt or something. I said, this nigga here is crazy. Mauricio Superman do what the hell he want to do. That's what I'm saying. He treated like a cartel. He do what he want. He said, I don't know how it gets done, but someone needs to put in into Paul's boxing career immediately. Just the other day, I heard some kids in the gym say Jake Paul, oh my God, is the GOAT of boxing. You see what I'm saying? This is what's going on in the sport of boxing. They got young kids in the gym saying Jake Paul is the GOAT of boxing. Jake Paul. See, this is why this need to stop. See, this is why this need to stop. So, you know, people always talk about the bag and getting the money. All money ain't good money. All money ain't good enough. Just because, you know, you're making some money off something don't mean you destroy a brain. You know what I'm saying? Just because you making money off something don't mean you destroy a brand. Now, let me put it to you like this. If your grandfather had a cookie shop and he was known, famous across the city, everybody came to buy them cookies. I'm talking about he was successful off them cookies. And somebody came and told you, hey, I'll pay you some extra money just to put another flavor or another, put some raisins in them cookies or something like that. Why would you mess up something that's been going already good and you accept that money and then everybody start coming by your cookies? You see what I'm saying? All money ain't good money. Just because they think these guys can sell, just because they think these guys could sell, don't mean that they deserve a place in boxing. But see, this is like what I keep telling people what's going on with this world. A lot of people are not understanding it. It's a money grab going on everywhere. That's all they're giving us is money grab fights. Everything coming on pay-per-view. Something is going on in this world, y'all, that we ain't paying attention to. Because you got to think about it. When somebody keep giving, like, it's like a record label. When somebody keep giving you lackluster entertainment, songs that ain't no good, that record company probably finna fall or something. You see what I'm saying? Or they know the ship ain't sailing like it used to, because ain't nobody even giving too much thought or effort into their own music or entertainment that they're giving out. That's what I think going on with boxing. I think boxing is almost on its way out the door. So they going in and they trying to get as much money as they possibly can out the sport. You see what I'm saying? It has to be something going on, because fights like this shouldn't be happening. We as fans should not. We so thirsty for good entertainment in this sport that we love. We willing to accept anything, and we can't be blamed for that, because we love it so much that, you know, you'll take whatever they give. But what I'm saying is, we need to stop taking whatever's being given to us. We need to stop that. Now, you know, going on to the next fight, you know, a real deal, you know, situation in boxing, something to really talk about is Keith Thurman is being called out again by Danny Garcia for a rematch. Now, we all know that Danny Garcia has also called out Errol Spence again for a rematch at 154. I basically feel that Danny Garcia is making excuses by going around telling people that he wasn't at the right weight and he wanted all these rematches. Danny, this is why I don't believe you, and I said this before. You mean to tell me it took you 3 fights, 3 butt whoopings? It took you 3 to understand that you weren't at the right weight class, and for you needed to move up to 154. It took you 3 whoopings. You didn't realize it after Keith beat you that you needed to move up. You didn't realize it after Porter beat you that you needed to move up. You didn't realize it after Spence beat you. Well, you did time after that, some time after that, that you need to move up. So it took you 3 butt whoopings to realize, oh, this ain't my natural. Nigga, Negro, please. All right? Please. You got beat fair and square. Just say that. Don't go around making excuses because you're trying to hide the fact that you was finna be the gatekeeper at 147. And they still, like I said, ain't nobody mentioned or asked this man, why is it that you did not fight Terrence Crawford at 147? Can you explain that to us, Danny Garcia? Will you? What stopped you from fighting Terrence Crawford again? Every time Terrence Crawford come up to his weight class, he run. Oh, Danny Garcia moves up to 147. Oh, Danny Garcia moves up to 154. Now, y'all can sit up and say that I'm sending a line on Danny Garcia if you want to, but just go back and look at the track record. Every time you see Terrence come to a division, Danny run. It ain't me, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. But yeah, y'all people really need to pay attention to it. They ain't giving us nothing. They keep giving us all these little tacky fights. Some ain't right, y'all. Some ain't right. You know what else I'm tired of hearing about? This Canelo Alvarez, his excuse with Bill. Everybody keeps saying, oh, Canelo Alvarez come back, next time he'll beat Bill. He should have beat Bill that night. He should have beat Bill that night. Bill gonna beat him up again. And I keep telling y'all the reason Canelo got beat up is because he went on that juice like that. He won on the juice, so he went. Just go and look at his speed and his power against other fighters. And please don't get on here and say nothing about, oh, because he moved up. He moved up before when he still was fast. He moved up before when he still was fast, but then he getting over against Bill. He's slow, sluggish, don't want to throw no combinations or nothing. He tired. He went on that juice. Talk about some he couldn't train right. Nigga, please. Please. The hell you can't train right all the money you got. You got enough money to go lock down for 2 months in a building, eat good, and do whatever you want to. You got money. How in the hell you can't train right? People got to stop giving this dude all these excuses to these clowns. Heyman begging Mauricio to return for more boxing ring retention to help Andy Ruiz, and the Wakandans don't want admit Al Heyman favors Mexican fight market over failed Juneteenth experiment show. What? I'm not understanding. I'm not even understanding what you're saying, bro. Terrence Crawford ducked Danny Garcia. They sent $3 million while Amir Khan got 7. How was that duck? And Pigeon Mike, when was that contract ever sent? Danny Garcia never said a contract was sent to him from Terence Crawford. I have never heard a contract between them ever being sent. Only thing I've ever heard about Terence Crawford versus Danny Garcia is that whenever they talked about it, that's when Angel Garcia became very disrespectful and went to calling Terence Crawford nappy-head and different other racial slurs like he did Keith Thurman. Other than that, I've never known for Terence Crawford's team to send Danny Garcia a contract. Danny, like the other PBC welterweights, Duck Crawford. That's my opinion of. I feel you on that box suit. I agree with that. Terence Crawford is a low ball king. How is Terence Crawford a low ball king? He's not offering them nothing. When did he send this contract? Because I ain't never heard of that. I never heard of him sending Danny Garcia a contract. Either you stay ignorant. He got cleared up for being on the juice. How is him being cleared up being on juice don't mean he ain't on it. The whole point of it, what you're saying, just listen. See, sometimes people have to listen to what they say. You said, easy, you stay ignorant. He got cleared up for being on the juice. Listen to that crazy. It's kind of stupid. I stay ignorant, but you just said he got cleared up for being on the juice. So that means he takes steroids, right, sir? Sometimes you gotta think, man, before y'all send some of these comments up. Like that boy. Let me go back to his what he said earlier. What it is. He said that I said earlier, Jake Paul is destroying boxers. Stuff like fights, exhibition matches with Jake Paul and more are destroying boxers. Listen to this statement you see up on the comments now. Man, Jake Paul ain't no real fighter. This don't make boxing look bad. Well, what in the hell makes boxing look bad? You just said yourself a real fighter. We shouldn't be having a discussion about not a real fighter having pay-per-view. And this don't make boxing look bad? Come on, man. What the hell? Huh? Huh? Was it Canelo was on steroids? You can be a millionaire and somehow eat tainted meat. Canelo is going to juice up for the Bivol rematch. Oh, he's talking to Mauricio Superman right now. How much steroids can I come in on? Oh, Canelo, you can't just say that over the phone. No, I'm gonna say it over the phone. I don't care. When I rematch Bivol, how much on steroids can I come in? We'll let you go up about 4-5 levels. We'll tell the public, you know what I'm saying? We'll make up an excuse for you like we normally do, Canelo. I was born ready. And get off the phone. I was born ready. He jump off the phone, have his head. Finna get juiced up. Finna get juiced up. Let me see. Interesting. The LDBC world and Ryan Garcia haters made a big deal about dark days and anxiety, yet Swift cries to the public about 1.5 year layoff with fighting demons, yet his publicists are about. What the hell is you saying? What are you talking about? It's interesting that the LDBC it seemed like you're a Danny Garcia fan. I said, that's what's up. Danny Garcia is a hell of a fighter. No, Canelo was on the juice. Just check out Money Brown. I ain't got to check out Money Brown. Ain't no need to check out Money Brown. The world know he was on that juice. We know he was on that juice. That's all that matters. Word on the streets is that Plant pulled a Lil G versus Abel Sanchez, releasing his former coach, Gamble, who wanted a slight increase after the Canelo sweepstakes. Plant refused to increase. Well, I wouldn't. That's the first message that you put up there. I actually understand. But me personally, if I was Caleb Plant, I'll fire him too. You don't watch my pocket, homeboy. You got your 10% for that Canelo fight. Whatever I made after ain't got nothing to do with you. So if you can't accept what you grew to terms with the first time, you can go ahead on ride off in the sunset, player. You can go and ride off in the sunset, player. You don't count my money. This is my pocket. I'm out here fighting. I'm taking the punches. I'm taking the punishment. I'm sacrificing the time. I'm going to the gym, exercise on days I don't feel like doing. If I paid you, then you need to go on about your business. That's pocket watching, man. If you sign the contract with me, if you my trainer, I don't care how much I'm getting paid. You getting your same regular 10%. Ain't like we won. Evidently, you didn't. It wasn't that much training going on. We didn't win nothing. Why didn't PBC make a Plant versus Charlo? Both of these guys literally said to one's face, "Let's do it." Instead, we have the Philip Plant versus Durrell. First of all, we're talking about Caleb Plant versus Jamal Charlo, if I'm correct. Neither one of these dudes want to fight nobody. So that could be something that's going on between either one of them, about this fight. Plant don't want to fight nobody. He didn't have opportunity to fight David Benavidez. He get in a fight with Canelo Alvarez and ask him what type of dishwashing liquid he used. Charlo don't want to fight nobody. He drunk on live streams talking about Demetrius Andrade because his fans keep wanting him to push him to fight somebody. He's sitting here talking about he need to fight Triple G to get his clout up. Boy, you sound retarded. You sound retarded. Triple G, a 40-year-old fighter, past his prime, is gonna get your clout up. See, that show y'all why he fight the level of competition that he fight. This boy think that fighting a 40-year-old Triple G is gonna get his clout up. You see that? Calling out a 40-year-old. All these other dudes that could be fighting, he calling out a 40-year-old. They literally raised the Kablutarol level limit for Canelo after he popped dirt. Yeah, because Mauricio Superman, I told y'all, he a drug cartel leader. I bet you Mauricio Superman got a cousin or something that's in the cartel. And the WBC is the front. That's the front money. I'm telling y'all, that's the front money. PBC didn't make Plant versus Charlo because they're trying to save Charlo for Canelo. Hell no. Man, Canelo don't want to see the Canelo don't want no pause to Charlo. And I don't even think it really got something to do with him being able to beat Canelo. I think Canelo just he don't deserve to fight. He don't. Jamal Charlo don't deserve. He don't deserve no fight with Canelo, man. That's just being real. What he doing? Canelo, I told him, man, get on my level. Wrong, they raised levels a whole year after Canelo tested, and Tim Mexican texted for that year. They raised the whole point of what's wrong though is why is they raising levels? That's the whole point. It don't matter if they did it 10 years before or 10 years after. Why are they doing it? Boxing is not being respected. These are people's lives on the line, and y'all allowing people to come in juiced up. Get somebody's child, get somebody's son, get somebody's father, brothers. You know what I'm saying? And y'all allowing people to come in there juiced up. That ain't right. That is not right. So I wonder what's going to be next for Jake Paul. Who would Jake Paul going to try to find and fight next? Another YouTube? Fight me, Jake Paul. Fight me. You ain't got to worry about no rehydration issue. I'm at 180. You 10 pounds heavier. Fight me. I need the money. I need the money. Please fight me, Jake Paul. Just say my name on YouTube. Shit, you'll give me some more subscribers. Just say my name, Jake Paul. Yeah. Cheating isn't cheating if he comes back. That's practice. Yeah, you got a point though. That is practice. You got a point. But so the people watching, what do y'all feel about the Hazeem Rahman and Jake Paul situation? Who do y'all think is at fault in this situation? Why do y'all think this fight is being canceled? Who do you think is the reason that they're not putting on this whack fight on pay-per-view on the 6th? Let me ask y'all, the public. Who do y'all feel is the reason behind the fight not happening? I said earlier, I think it's Hazeem Rahman. I think it's Hazeem Rahman. Look at it. His father already said his work ethic. He ain't got no work ethic. His father said that. I think he just made the 215 and he didn't want to go down anymore. And when they called and told him that, he was like, no, I'm not. The commission, like he said himself, the commission is not worried about what I'm weighing. They don't care that I'm at 115. Like the guy told him, look, y'all don't run no show. We do. We do. Men can cheat without catching feelings. Women can't cheat. That's why it's okay for men to cheat and not women. All right, well, you know, I guess you got a point with that. I mean, Rahim got knocked out the same way Jake Paul knocked out with. Oh, you talking about, yeah, Rahim. But the thing is, we wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Jake Paul was supposed to knock them out. Jake Paul was supposed to knock them out. Which I don't think was going to happen. I think that Hazeem Rahman was going to really beat him. This could also be going both ways, though. You know what I'm saying? I think that Jake Paul could possibly be so insecure in him winning this fight that he pulling strings behind the scenes and, you know, hey, make him drop to this too. No, I'm not feeling comfortable at this. Make him drop some more. You know, just doing whatever he can to get an advantage. That's possibly happening too. But in my heart, I really do feel that on that phone, Rahman's team, him or his team, whoever was around him, when they called and told him that, he said what he said about the commission is not caring about me being at 115 and I'm not changing nothing. And immediately after that, they called and got in touch with Jake Paul. You know, hey, he said he ain't changing nothing. The commission don't care about no 215. And that's when they came on and said, it's over. You don't run no show with us. They had you sign a contract. You look. They knew you was desperate when you signed that contract within 45 minutes. Now, true enough, me in the position I'm living right now, if somebody came to me with a contract and said sign in 45 minutes, but I see I'm gonna get certified $250,000, I'm signing that contract, y'all. Just to get that money. I know they sound stupid. Yeah, I'm signing. Even though you know yourself that was a bad move. You made yourself look bad when you signed the contract. So of course they're gonna think you something and you willing to accept anything. You accepted anything when you signed the contract. So y'all gonna keep pulling strings. Jay put in dehydration clause. Hazeem shouldn't have signed the contract if he couldn't make weight. That's exactly what I'm saying. I think Hazeem was going to come in over dehydration clause and give up his purse, but Jake doesn't want to fight anyone heavier than him. Either why did Will Smith play tough guy when Chris Rock talks about his wife health, but the guy who banged his wife, a so-called entanglement with references to her, and he do nothing because it was fake. You know, I don't want to go into all that on this video, but I'm gonna tell y'all, like I tell y'all, it's more to life than what we talk about in boxing and entertainment. You know, that's another video. I got a video on that. Go check that out, Tony Montana. I got a video on that. It's called, it's the video with Will Smith and Chris Rock in it. Check it out. I'm explaining why that is so important and why it's being talked about so much. But what's your opinion, Tony? If you you know, we on this boxing right now, player. What's your opinion on this Jake Paul and Rahman situation? Also, y'all, like I said, comment about whatever form of boxing y'all want to talk about. You know, whatever upcoming fight. We got 40 minutes. I'm gonna be on like 10 more minutes. If anybody don't come on the panel, I'm gonna go ahead on and get off. I just want to get on here and get my, you know, 2 cents on, you know, this Jake Paul situation. Like I said, it can go both ways, but I do feel that Rahman is lying as well. His junior, he is lying as well about the situation. I think he really just doesn't want to work out and lose the weight like he's supposed to. His father himself said that his son doesn't have a good work ethic, that he comes in out of shape. He looking at it like, why I'm going to do all this when they only paying me this, but that's what you signed for. If you didn't want to accept that, you shouldn't have took it. But see, you know, all publicity is good publicity. You know, he can still ride the wave off even getting by standing next, his name being next to Jake Paul's, and that's what he should do. He should stay in shape, and he should go try to find him a contender with a name or somebody with a name and try to keep his name going. You know, just because, even though beating Jake Paul would have made him even known more, but his name is basically known now just by being beside Jake Paul. So he should run with that. You know, it's just like the music industry. You know, you might not have a record deal, but if you on a song with a Jay-Z, you know, you got notoriety and people gonna know who you are. So a record deal right around the corner. You see what I'm saying? So his name being up there with Jake is good for him. His name been in the spotlight. So, you know, go forward with it. That's the best thing I can see with it. Just go forward with it. You know, but it looks bad to me. You know, people have their opinion of it. I don't like this sport, in the sport of boxing. You know, you don't see this happen. You don't see YouTubers going to MMA. You know, that's a good point to be made too. You don't see this happen. You don't see YouTubers and NFL dudes going to MMA. So it looked like the gatekeepers of boxing are allowing these type of things to happen. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Crawford waits to pinpoint Brook with his foot and counter and not allowing Brook to dip after striking. Will Bud be able to pin Spencer's wise? Spencer's wide stance is what's gonna get him destroyed. Because he ain't gonna have, if Terrence moves from angles and Spence's feet is out there spaced out like that, that's the worst thing that can happen. That wide stand is what's gonna get him beat. That's why I was saying Errol Spence's fundamentals come behind that long jab with that wide stance. All Terrence got to do is go to another angle, switch to another angle. Errol ain't gonna be able to move that fast, trying to catch up with them angles. So I think, yeah, Bud will be able to counter that. It's not about knocking Spence, it's just about being truthful. Them wide legs spread out like that, come behind that long jab like that. Once he throw that jab, if Terrence jump over, that means it's gonna take some time for Spence to get his hips back right. He gonna have to turn with them wide legs open like that. You feel me? It don't be hate. Just be the truth, baby. That's all it be. Just be the truth. Now, y'all know I got the link up on here. The link is up. You're welcome to come on. I got 5 minutes left for nobody gonna come on the panel. I think I said my due diligence about this fight, which I don't care about. It's destroying boxing. We need to stop supporting or even, you know what I'm saying? We need to get on a platform and just go in and tell we ain't accepting these fights no more. But you know, we boxing junkies. So you know we're gonna take anything stepped on. We're gonna take anything stepped on. You know, we just like drug heads out here. When it comes to this boxing, they're gonna step on it, keep stepping on it, and sell it. And we're gonna be right there in line, purchasing. You feel me? Love this sport of boxing, y'all. I thank those who tuned in, took time out there, they like to, you know, comment, talk to your boy easy. Just had to put my 2 cents about this on there, man. I thank y'all, love y'all. Don't nobody love you easy work boxing, love y'all, man. So y'all stay tuned to the channel. I just give my opinion on the sport that I love. Oh, I ain't even see Tito. Hello.
What up with it, man?
What up? I ain't even know you was on there, man. I'm just finna jump off. What's up?
Man, I came in. I mean, I heard you earlier. I had came back. I missed a lot. You about to get up off here, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm finna go on and call it a night myself, man. But before you get off, you're welcome to share your opinion on the situation with Jake Paul and
I just think it honestly is about money, man. I think what happened was the money that was supposed to come up didn't happen. They gonna say the weight, but I don't think it's doing none with the weight.
Are you saying like what you talking about, the money that's supposed to be getting paid to make the fight, or the money that's supposed to be paid to Rahman didn't come through, or what?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm just saying it's the money. Period. It might be the ones that's putting the money up. I don't think it's the fighters' money. It's the people that's putting it up, and they gonna say the weight, and because these dudes always spar each other.
Yeah.
So basically, what it is, he want Rockman to come down at a lower weight, like drain himself, basically.
No.
Yeah, he not gonna go to that fight and drain himself like that. 200 pounds. Come on, man. 205.
What does Rahman usually weigh though?
Huh?
What is his usual weight? What do you usually weigh?
I mean, he probably like about 220, 225. You know what I'm saying? 230.
Yeah.
A lot of that weight be like water weight though. You know what I mean? Them dudes always in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think what they were saying, he didn't come down too much weight. I mean, that's a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? To fight really under the lights. You know,
Yeah.
sparring a lot is cool, but you know they getting paid. I think it's that, and I think it's the money because Jake Paul is a YouTube fighter. He got like a lot of young kids watching.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think it's hurting the sport of boxing. I really don't.
Well,
I
why
just
you?
think because you got to look at it like this. You got boxing, you got football, you got basketball. Every sport has some type of other entertainment deal with it. You got the big three. You got the cons and pros in football. You got the other leagues. It's always going to be some type of copy. That's what the world is now. I mean, that's what it is. There's more people that's on social media, so it's going to be more things happening like that.
Yeah, but you know, in the big three and other sports entertainment that they're doing now, these are people who were once professionals of that area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but still, like I'm saying, it's entertainment. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna give people what they want. You know, I see what
yeah,
you're
it's
saying.
so many genres. I didn't even know who Jake Paul was. My daughter told me she eat 10. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's a whole different. It's a whole different spectrum out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it opens up more doors. So you know,
And
like I understand what you're saying. Like you know, it opens up more doors, bring more people to the sport. But
I mean, it's like it's entertainment. It ain't they not fighting no 8-ounce gloves on. They not fighting no 12 rounds. They're not doing it like that. It's all if you don't like if you don't want to see it, man. It's like you don't have to watch that. But the
True.
kids watch it. You
True.
got you got the one guy. He doing football 1-on-1s. It's big time. You know what I mean? It's big. That's like it's a new wave of that.
By you saying like your daughter, she's the first person told you about Jake Paul. Has she ever
Yeah.
like asked you could she watch one of his fights or ask you to pay for one of his fights?
Pay for it?
Yeah, like she wanted to see it.
No, she knew it from YouTube.
Yeah, so you see what I'm saying?
I mean, people gonna pay for that. That's nothing. I mean, they gonna pay for that.
Yeah, but I'm
That's the entertainer for what they watching. Or he finna fight. We gonna watch it. Just like you finna have what's the rapper name? Blueface, right? He got fans. They don't even watch boxing, but they gonna watch him box.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying though, like you just said, even though your daughter know Jake Paul, she didn't say, "Hey, Dad, would you buy the fight for?"
She bought the fight because that's her. She a fan of that.
But just like the fans of this rapper Blueface, yeah, they are fans of his, but because they tune into the fight that he's having, don't mean that they'll necessarily become fans of the sport. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. The same thing. They don't have to be boxing fans. They're gonna watch him fight.
Yeah, they just tuning in to see him in action in the ring.
Yep.
So it go both ways. He got his wins and he got his pros and his cons.
You're gonna have more fans that don't watch boxing, or more rapper fans.
Yeah, yeah. And which I see like now that I see the rappers, being more involved, walking the fighters into the ring. Like I seen a video where Lil Boosie was out in the hood somewhere on the block and they was arguing about who they was gonna bet on between Crawford and Spence. So,
Yes, the man. Look, that's always happening. That's just all caught on tape.
yeah.
It's just called filming. That's all. Rappers been bringing boxers in the ring. Even when Roy Jones was fighting back in the day.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like you see like how the rappers can also bring in people from, like I never knew.
You know what they doing? They marketing, bro. They advertising too.
I never knew the rapper Webby was a fan of Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hey, bro, look, them boys down south. It's sports down there. It's sports, boxing, football, basketball. It's sport. So you got a lot of cast of fans of all this stuff. And like the rappers coming in out of the rings, they ain't nothing but advertisement. You got rappers on ESPN now. They're promoting their brand. That's all everybody doing now, promoting their brand. It's all about the money. That's what it is. Even in boxing, okay, we want to see all the fighters fight. It's different. They not doing that 3-4 fights a year no more. Now, when you major, they not doing that. You're gonna fight maybe twice a year because you got the promoters. The money different. They getting paid too much money now.
Yeah, I think the money is destroying the hunger.
No, man, it's the new generation. That's all it is. You got kids now, like example. You got kids now go to work. Instead of saying they won't come in, they just quit. It ain't retirement no more. It's like, hey, I don't want to do this. This is a new generation.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's just a new generation. They get more money.
Yeah, but I'm talking
cost
about
of living is higher. Everything has went up.
When it come to the sport, when I come to the boxers though, I feel when you go back to the 30s and 40s and 50s of boxing, people chased other fighters because they wanted the payday. Like you just said, these fighters getting paid so much. I think that it takes their hunger away from them. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't that, man, because boxing is hard. That's the hardest sport. I think boxing is the hardest sport.
And that's exactly why I think once they get that payday, they like, I really don't want to continue. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it.
It ain't even that.
If you a boxer and you train and you've been training your whole life since a kid and you finally get that big payday and you sitting there, you like, damn, I made it. I got a title. I accomplished my dream. I think then you sitting there looking like, well, shit, I got paid so much. I really don't got to fight till next year. I think it take the hunger away, man.
No, it ain't like that, man. You're not hearing what I'm saying. The times are different now. Times are different. These guys not fighting, but they still training all year. The times are different. The money is different, and these promoters are doing the business different. That's what it is. These boxers are smarter now, bro. I'm not fighting 4 times you're getting beat up and I'm not getting paid. They're smarter. Nobody giving the boxers credit. They're smarter now.
Yeah, they probably
All athletes are smart. All athletes are smarter now. They have a team now. They got more than it's more. Only not just them and that trainer. The trainer don't know because he used to be a fighter, so he's still punch drunk too. But now all the athletes are smarter now, and nobody want to give the athletes no credit. They just want they just play football. Just keep playing. No, man, I gotta get paid, bro. You're not out here playing for me.
I don't know,
That's why
but
they got to get paid. That's why they getting paid so much more money.
I don't
You
need
know,
a manager. I don't need none of that shit. All I need is
sports is like all year round now. You train for football all year round now.
all I
Train
need
for
is
boxing all year round.
a cell phone and my trainer. I'm my manager. I don't need nobody else to handle my damn business for me. Or am I
Yes,
lawyer?
you do, bro. Yes, you do,
But
man. Yeah, man. Because you
no,
don't. The athletes. If it was like that, the athletes wouldn't have what they have. They wouldn't have attorneys, managers, or agents. They don't. They just know how to play.
so
They don't know how the
you
business part.
saying
You got people
saying
got regular jobs, don't know business. They just know how to go to work.
you saying you need another man to get a phone call for a business deal and he tell you what they offering you and you can do that
Yeah,
yourself.
it ain't easy like that. You making it sound like it's easy, but it's not. It ain't
That's
like
what I
that.
got a lawyer for.
Okay, you calling somebody then? You getting somebody? You getting somebody to look over your stuff, right?
That's
So it
all I
ain't just
need.
you doing it.
That's all I need. My lawyer and my trainer. I don't need no managers. I don't need
Man, look, bro, these
no
these guys be having like these guys be having agents, man. The agents already have the whole team set up. They got the whole training facility for these players, for these athletes.
I
It
can
ain't
do
just like you pick
myself,
your own thing no more. It don't work like that.
but I can do that myself. Why would I pay somebody to do something I can do?
Hey, it don't happen like that. That's what I'm saying. You can do that. Them the ones that don't make it though.
But
You
I
want to
never
do it all
made
yourself.
it.
You want
Why
to do it
would I?
all yourself. You don't understand. You don't understand nothing in the contract. You're gonna do it all yourself. You didn't put yourself in a hole.
No, I'm gonna get to
That's
my
what it be.
lawyer. I'm gonna get to my lawyer, and my lawyer gonna tell me what it is. I don't need no dude
So you
saying,
gonna you so
why would
you
I?
okay.
Why would I keep dishing out money to somebody for something I
That's
can
all
do?
I'm saying. You're gonna get someone to look over. That's all I'm saying. You saying you can do it yourself, but it don't work like that.
Hmm.
You're
I'm
gonna
not
have
saying
someone look
exactly
over it.
by myself. I'm not saying exactly by myself.
It's the
I'm
same thing. You're gonna
gonna
get
give you
someone to
my
look over it.
word. But I will not need a publicist. I will not need a what you
Yeah,
call a
because you know why you don't need a publicist? Because you might not be that person that's outgoing. A lot of these athletes don't have publicists.
I make myself
Publicists
out.
are publicists are people for athletes that's more outgoing. They trying to get other gigs. You have some athletes they don't have that because they're not into that lane.
I can make myself more outgoing if I'm getting paid to do it. I don't need you to come. I don't need you answering my phone and making deals for me. I make my own goddamn deals for me and my
Yeah,
lawyer.
you putting yourself as an athlete in a whole different tier. I mean, you got athletes that's doing way different more stuff. I mean, just like LeBron James. LeBron James got a whole team. He doing a
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
I mean, once you get big as they are with the money they have, yeah, you're gonna need a team. But I'm just saying, I'm not paying people to handle my business.
Man, but
It's my
all
business.
these young athletes getting millions, man. They got teams, they got management, they got attorneys, they got agents. Because everybody ain't out for the right thing. You're gonna have some athletes, they got a lot of friends that want 10 grand. 10 grand add up to 100 grand. They didn't gave all their money away. And their friends just asking for money, and it's like it's not the right investment. That's
Yeah, I
all I'm
gotta do
saying. A lot of athletes like they smarter now. That's all I'm saying. The athletes are smarter now.
this is something I gotta do when I get off here too. I'm finna look up how many boxers are related. I think I'm gonna be surprised to find out. It'll be amazing to find. What if you found out that Crawford and such was some kin, or Spence and somebody was some kin?
Man, you got most athletes now. It's all about peers. Like my uncle played. My uncle fought. My uncle, my dad. It's peers now. It's a different generation. It's all who you know.
You know they call it that nepotism.
That's
That's
what's
what I'm
going
trying.
on, bro. That's what's happening right there. Oh, his dad played in the NFL. He played cornerback. Oh, his bloodline is okay. We gonna select him
Mm-hmm.
versus getting this kid. We don't know who he is.
Yeah, that's what I'm finna try to see. I'm gonna try to add some up on that.
That's what it is. It's hard to get in the pros, man. It's so hard, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't even 1% that make the pros. It's so many boxers that don't make it. Like you said, they get paid, right? Some boxers can get like $30,000. That's a lot to them. They
Yeah.
done. You know, that's it.
Like the lottery. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of boxers are fighting right now, losing. It's all man, I can tell you a lot of stuff, man. But you got the real dogs out there though. You got a lot of fighters they protect because this fighter, hey, we're gonna monitor him well because this is our investment.
Yeah, Tank.
I mean, Tank done fought 27 fights. Shit, he fought 100 some young. It's a lot of fights that people don't even know about. They doing like that.
Yeah.
It's like all them like Tank used to be one of them young fighters. Nobody watched him. Nobody looked at him. And they not finna do that, bro. They not finna fight. Like I always tell you, they not finna fight the best fights when they got 15 fights. It's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen, man. They got to get their money. This is an investment. And the fighters like they fight. They might be like, I don't want to fight him, but hey, you signed the contract. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
So that's what it be. You know, I know the audience want to see, man, I want to see this fight. You do. It's gonna happen in like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna happen right now. You know, you want to see it. They're gonna talk like they want to fight.
Yeah.
Like Earl Spence and Crawford fight. I'm thinking. I mean, I heard Bob Aaron say something about the fight. So, what I'm thinking is, why is you gonna talk about something you ain't got no business about? But is it about? Do you have some stake in this too?
You'll never know.
I think he do got stake in it because, like I said, Terrence Crawford owe him a fight.
Mm.
So it's like damn. And they saying Terrence Crawford, Bomac, and them hard to deal with.
Mm.
That's why the fight ain't happening.
Well, man, I'm gonna go and step on off. I thank you for coming on, talking with me about this situation, brother. I've been on an hour now. You know, so I gave my opinion. I wanted to hear what other people feel for them to comment. I thank you for coming on, Data Boy. I'm gonna go and get up out of here. I thank everybody for tuning in. This your boy Easy Work Boxing, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all stay tuned. I'm out.